Yeah.
Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the first episode of Next Gen Art, where we help you find your style in your work. So, my name is Sandy. My specialty is doing illustrations.
My name is Khan. My specialty is photography. I'm mainly doing still life.
My name is Next. My specialty is animation.
Yeah, and my name is Phương. I do photography. I am very interested in fashion photography and street photography.
So, usually when it comes to arts, do you guys think that it was a developed hobby, or do you think that you already felt like you had a passion from this from a very young age? Because for me, I've always had a passion for this. Since I was 4 or 5, I started drawing and I realized, oh, this is what I want to do with my life.
I think for me personally, I started from hobbies. It's like something it's like drawing is art, doing art is like get away from something. Like you feel stressed and then drawing just make you calm and settles and feel like with yourself. So that's how I feel. And then later on I develop it to be more of like passion of doing this can make career for me and make a living for me, and I see myself doing that.
Next, what about you?
For me, I started off by drawing for fun. Then, when I got moved to Spain, there's an actual course for art, and the teacher, she taught me how to do stuff. And
So you were developing your passion. You were like learning new techniques.
Learning new techniques, and then I get absorbed so quickly that I became like one of the best.
Wow.
Not to brag, but
No flex, but
Yeah.
Yeah, so you would say that, because you find it entertaining, you kept pushing forward, right?
Yeah.
You did something that you love. Phil, what about you?
Yeah, for me, at a very young age, I really enjoy drawing. Change my...
That's your specialty, photography, right?
Yeah, and like I've never enjoyed anything like that before. Like it's kind of like an escapism for me, photography.
Yeah, I think for everyone, like art or drawing or painting, whatever, it could be like a form of escape, right? It's like therapy in a way.
Yeah, like for instance, like when I did an assignment for uni or something like that, I don't feel like I was doing a job.
That's true.
But more like I really enjoy and get to the point that I don't feel like I am working anymore.
Yeah, so what do you guys think, like growing up, has your style changed at all? Like for me, I have always done drawings, illustrations, and from a very young age. So my style, I would say, it's very erotica, very violent, dark, gory. And I've been drawing like that since I was in maybe 3rd grade. So I would be like, I would have a little sketchbook, at school, and I would be drawing naked women in all these positions. Yeah, the teacher would walk past and be like, Sandy, what are you doing? I'm like, it's art. Don't talk to me, it's art. You'll understand it when I'm older. Yeah, and I've kind of stuck to that style because I've tried to do, like, for example, landscape, like drawing trees and stuff like that.
So you try different things.
Yeah, but then in the end, I've always liked drawing, like, emotional faces and naked women. And, I don't want to draw trees and skies. Look outside if you want to do that. Like, what are you doing? What about you guys? What do you think?
For me, I think my style, like, changed a lot. That comes from like because when I first started like doing photography, I just did like just do it. But then after that, I started to like looking at like works from photographers, and that like inspired me and like pushed me to like different ways. So I has like changed.
Yeah,
a
so
lot
I think our work is inspired by like a lot of the artists we see at a young age. What about you guys? Like, I see, Gan, your work is, like, your style, your work is very earth tone, where, I say this a lot, she's very earth tone, I've seen her room, it's very earthly.
Yeah, it's very
Where
earthly.
do you think that comes from, like, your style? Do you think it's from, like, the environment you live around?
I think it's because of the environment I lived in. and I'm personally like a green person, I think, but I don't know where it come from. It's just like I lived in it.
Post millennials,
Like yeah. So yeah, but what else?
You
I
lived
think-
in India too, right?
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
I remember back then I used to love drawing.
Mm.
Like drawing is one of my passion doings. It's just like I love drawing so much. And then before college start, I stopped, which is the time I moved back to Thailand. I realized that drawing is not my thing anymore. And then since I remember first year we all like forced to do so many drawings,
True.
so many drawings that I got sick of it, and I just like I'm not going back to doing like this anymore.
I'm drawn
like,
out for my whole life.
I've been introduced to photography, so I'm gonna stick with this, and I'm gonna like stick with this, and then I also been introduced to like many, like art movement, like Dada, and the conceptual thing, and it's just like so inspiring that makes me like really like become like passionate about doing conceptual photography and still lives, and I think I'm more of like to that side nowadays because it's more interest. I think it's just personal interest as well.
What about you next?
For me, I always get inspired by those hyperrealism artists that looks so real that you wouldn't be able to identify which one is a drawing, which one is a photo. I always get inspired by that, so I started drawing my stuff so that I can make it so real that people get amazed by them, because I don't really like those Picasso style
Like
keep it
abstract.
very
Like that's,
abstract.
I think that's where a lot of artists are different. Like me, for example, I would see those and I would be like, oh, like
Yeah.
that's amazing. It's like, but you know what I think? It shows skill.
Yeah.
Right. I like the part where it's more like the creative part. I'm not saying that those artists aren't creative, but mainly if you're drawing from like an exact photo and trying to get like each point right, it shows patience and skill, which is something, patience is something I definitely do not have.
Well,
Yeah.
for me, I don't have creativity. I always, focus on the little details, and I always make it,
Yeah,
Like it-
I think with
Yeah,
every I think with
perfectionist.
every work that we do, like for example, you with photography, me with drawing, you with animation, and anything, it's like we're all kind of perfectionists in our own way.
Mhm.
If I were to do animation, which I have, I would not be
I
as
would.
good as when I'm drawing because it's not in my comfort zone. Yeah, but
True.
then again, I think we should expand our horizons and then, try new things to know what we like, but then stick to one thing and then expand it even more. I think that's like some good advice to give like other students. So what is the advice that you guys would give, the viewers and the students? Me personally, I think that, don't listen to what some people have to say. Their mindset could be outdated, but try new things. Keep doing what you love, It's not going to be your job if it's your passion. It doesn't feel like work. It feels like you're just doing something you love, right?
I would say just go out there and explore and experiment
Explore the field.
with yourself, and find what you really like.
For me, the way I found it is through museums, because when I don't know what to draw, I just go into museums and there's gonna be like list of artists, of painters that might inspire you, and I actually got some of my 2 favorite artists from museums. I think that's one of my best way to find inspirations.
Yeah, I agree. To find like some artists as your reference really helps, because sometimes you get lost, and to have like some kind of guidelines from what people did before will help you a lot. And also it might sound cliche, but you have to do it. I mean, don't just like sit there and think, but you have to do it to practice, and that's the way.
Yeah, you
be
need to
productive.
experiment.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So thank you everyone for being with us with this podcast. Next episode, we're going to have guest artists and speakers, and you can also call in and ask for advice to feel relatable. Okay, thank you everyone. Bye.
Bye.